what we're seeing with the plane path here, I have my eyes on the end of that plane path, because I say it every time. I've never gotten to cast.
Tá, a gente teve uma safe que... Não, foi hoje de manhã que fechou para Tiara Bronca, né? Entre a bendita Tiara Bronca. Cara, eu acho que essa safe vai fechar aqui. É o Pouso Monte Noivo e Power Grid. Aqui, ó. Essa região aqui, ó. É o Pouso La Trilheira, Pecado, São Martin, Crater Fields, ó. Essa região aqui, ó, do avião. Vamos ver.
Because we've hyped up the island circle from the get-go. That's all I'm saying.
It's bound to happen eventually.
That is
We're
true.
talking thousands of games at this point.
Eu tenho que armar os negócios ainda depois, velho. Porque descansar um pouco, eu não descansei nada,
I
velho.
agree that it will eventually happen. You will get dealt the aces. Just, I don't know. I feel like you jinx it, man. Superstition, it plays a big role. That's all I'm saying.
It's gonna be a long wait, I think, unfortunately. But we'll see. Maybe I get lucky someday. 8 seat goes down, flying side by side with BNR. Better shoots for them. Assuming BNR is not gonna go for that vehicle, but does he commit to it? We'll see. Him and 8C in for the race. As expected, BNR beat to it. I would have thought he knew that too, but now he's in a company with 2 face players. And the circle. Oh.
Ooh.
Caralho, maluco.
There's so many things going on right now. Lassa just literally destroyed dead, so he is very much dead. And BNR sitting by himself inside this building with face players that I would assume to see face players coming down to help out. They are obviously up in numbers, but there's just no reason to risk it. And also this circle. My eyes can't.
Oh, meu Deus!
My eyes.
Mano, fecha tipo assim. O centro pra Impala, o resto tipo fora da água nas ilhas, cara. Ai, mano. Se essa safe não fechar nas ilhas, ela puxa pra Impala até fechar no campo aberto da frente de Impala. Porque não é possível não, velho.
Oh my god. There were 2 ways this could finish. Either the 2 members of FaZe could leave in the car and let BNR loop up, or we could grab the rest of the squad here and make this a 1v4. And I think we all know what's about to happen.
Yeah, let's see.
Nossa.
First tag comes in. Second tag is going to be coming from Gustav, and that's Road to Glory. Well, I mean, there's still, I guess it wouldn't be a road to glory if they were already glorious in their success. So that is what, they're on the road to the glory. They just ain't quite there, at least not this game.
Unfortunately, not quite there yet indeed. However, they still have players in the game. Anything is possible in the game of PUBG, so we'll wait and see. Mert, maybe having a little bit of a driving
Nossa, velho.
No, I was even going to say maybe he's swapped out of the driver's seat. But Diggory is just absolutely on it. Laza he's not out of the woods yet. Team Rage are not having a fun day.
They're chasing. They're not giving up on any of this. And Laza falls as well.
Caramba, foi atrás.
Coming in here to fight, finding multiple kills right off the get-go. 3 players down so far, all of them.
Meu Deus.
In their favor here. That is that's interesting. Actually, no, as I say that, Laza obviously found the very first one, but third one there to be confirmed by Diggory. 1 apiece. 8C yet to find. Well, I'm not sure if the kills keep coming to them the way we've been doing so far, that 8C will get a kill eventually too.
FaZe have 3/4 of all of the kills in the server. I just thought I'd say that because there's a chance at the end of the game that will cease to be the case. But this has been quite a bloody first couple of minutes here. I was not expecting this after how well behaved in general the teams have been today. Quite clearly, we're seeing a very different style on Miramar. Erangel, we had what? A game where no one died for almost 14 minutes. And on Miramar, it's been not chaotic, because I feel like the teams know what they're doing, but it's been really bloodthirsty in the early game.
I mean, same as if she thought they were going to slow things down, now we weren't over on Miramar. And I think the players have given her a pretty straightforward answer, and that is a no. Not going to slow things down.
Dá perigo aqui.
A little bit surprised by how Road to Glory opted to go for that, and how BNR full-on committed to that vehicle despite not really being able to beat 8C to it. I thought there were kind of getaway opportunities at some point throughout all of that.
Sure.
But obviously, I mean, sometimes you gotta commit, and sometimes it works out. That time around, though, not quite the case.
Look at that there. Salik sandwiching 2 Na'Vi and 2 Northern Lights players as most grenade damage so far. I love that statistic. Also, I would argue the players you expect to be up there. You see them up there as well. So Salek doing a decent amount of damage for his team, and honestly, they're good. But hold the phone, Team Liquid.
Opa!
Clip with the drive by the master of the art. Gets to sit just in the passenger seat and let teams do the driving. Gets the kills quickly and doing so there. One falls and Tropic down to 3. As they are now forced to... I was going to say forced to stop, but no. Doesn't seem like they're going to be doing just that.
They were looking to see if QB was coming back towards the gas station, but Liquid have played their hand there, which is fine. I mean, they get the free point. No one's ever going to say no to that. Really nicely played there by Clip. Now we watch everyone rotate in. So what's happening here, ladies and gentlemen, is you're going to get to see what I like to call an accelerated circle. Players are going to play like it's phase 3 or 4 just for a bit here, because there is so much water in this circle that they have to get a bit of prime real estate just a bit back from the shore. We're waiting for the one team that calls Toby out and forgets getting this real estate by sending the vehicles straight into the ocean and going straight to the islands to begin with. But unfortunately, I haven't seen that team yet.
I'm not going to say that's the team that's going to win the game, but...
It's going to be football. That is probably straight to the island.
Okay, football is this... Well, here, thank you, observers. Right now, if they're the first team to go to the island, should go there, I would be incredibly impressed. Also, because, I mean, once again, Baseline have just found the perfect intersection to camp out. And it's not even that they're camping, because they're just kind of looting, doing their own thing. Then, oh, wait, I hear a vehicle. Oh, that's 1 kill. Let's go back. Oh, wait, I hear a vehicle. That's 2 kills. They have found 4 kills now on 3 different teams while looting.
FaZe are, you know when you go to the sushi restaurants and you got the belts? They're just looting, minding their own thing, and then something juicy comes on. They go, yeah, I'll have a bit of that. And that's this entire game for FaZe so far. They have racked up 4 or 5 kills this game, literally just looting up and chilling. They must think Christmas has come early. What an incredible start to this game for them.
Unfortunate for Heroic, I should say, that they hear those shots from Gustav, because I saw them change their direction. That could have easily been even more teams added to the mix had they been out of audible range there. So Heroic lives with the scare. Metralius damage, unfortunately, already done. Team Rage down to just 2. And they'll get themselves kind of looted on further up and then make their way on in. Howl, in the meantime, out towards the eastern coast they go, and side by side here, Regnum sitting just further up the hill towards the roadside, but Eski allowed passage on through. Vehicles making sounds. I'd be terrified sitting next to that car, Apocalypse, if I was making that sound, but they allowed the first one through. How about the second one? Because the rest of the team is coming in right behind Eski here.
Look, I think it's no secret.
They start shooting now?
They see 3 in a row, so I guess they shoot the UAS?
Shoot the buggy. Pop the tires in the buggy, because that makes it spin out. But they go for the US, they go for the last. Unfortunately, nothing connects. I mean, they do connect, but no knocks coming through the first time around. Again, they are in a split, so don't want to really over-aggress on this one. But now they're also very limited to where they're sitting. Tosta gets away with barely any HP and a broken vehicle.
We saw a picture-in-picture there of Nixie, knocked, but still doing push-ups, which is impressive. Hal just about get away with that. And it's an unfortunate spot to be knocked in, because look at the way they're split right now. They're in a wide 4-way split. I mean, for Sakura Sanson to... I respect the fact that they spread out and try and take control, but when you have a circle, as you said as well, the people are essentially playing as a phase 3 because there's so much water in. I don't mind the splitting, but splitting this wide, it's bound to go wrong. I mean, let them put it this way, there's so many more ways that are split like this that you see Sakura Sanson doing the center of the circle right now. So many more ways that this goes wrong than that it works out. Because even if you stay alive in this spot, like in this split, come next circle, wherever it goes, and you have to regroup, you're going to be running through teams. Yes, there's not really any way around that, is there? Unless you want to play properly on edge and just wait it out, which is not really a strategy that you want to take. The numbers don't allow it. Yes, you get the odd circle that goes straight to you, but ultimately you want to play statistically where the circles are going to go most often. You need to be able to get one of those central compounds. And even if you're the best team in the lobby, if you've dropped on the complete opposite side of the map to where this phase 1 hit, that really is unlucky, and you just have to make the best of a bad situation. So we're going to be seeing a lot of adapting from teams here. And yes.
Come on, do it. Do it.
Do they even have a boat near them?
this circle shift is.
Meu Deus.
I think it had to shift to
No.
I'm gonna keep
I'm
dreaming.
sorry, Toby. I'm
no,
so sorry.
don't do it again.
Se isso fechar pra dentro de Impala, você vai ser o
I can tell
demônio.
you the only mathematical chance is the leftmost tip of the top island being the center of phase 3. Literally
like
everything else, and it's gone. Sadly.
So you're saying there's
It's
a chance.
possible. Yes, I'm saying it's possible.
In the meantime, what is not just a chance but guaranteed is that everyone are gonna be full speed sending it towards Impala. Look at the map right now. Everyone beelining it in. They know where the circles can go, and with this many unplayable terrains that are gonna be at least attempted to be shifted away from in phase 4, a lot of teams are saying this one could very well end inside of Impala itself. Now keep in mind there is still one circle to be determined.
Nossa, quanto tiro, velho.
But right now, I don't think I've ever seen this many teams in Impala in phase 2.
Por é verdade, né,
The
velho?
point that we made earlier on in the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want, as a pro PUBG team, to go into cities early on in the game, and that's because cities are really easy to get into and really difficult to get out of. You want to go into cities at the point where you think the circle is more likely to end in a city than not, and that's why everyone has suddenly decided Impala is the place to be. They were waiting for it, and with this next circle, they're going, okay, statistically, this is now acceptable.
Literally half the server is in Impala right now. I've never seen this in a phase 2.
Party time, let's go. Bring out the lights.
It's absolutely insane. The thing is, I mean, this could go two ways. Either everyone starts brawling now and it's gonna be absolutely chaotic and a lot of entertainment, or everyone goes, well, I guess I'll just sit in this building until I'm forced to leave, which could mean that we're gonna have now the next 10-15 minutes of, I mean, more like 10 than 15 minutes of very quiet, but then an absolute absurd explosion within the last 2 minutes of the game.
Exactly. This is very much the tinderbox effect. So winners and losers, ladies and gentlemen. Winners, us as casters. Winners, you as viewers. Losers, the observing team, who are gonna now have to track about 25,000 different things that are happening on the map. And the players, it's very unpredictable. It's based on who's in the next building, who's got utility, who doesn't, who gets the first knock, who can push, who's gonna be in 12 smokes in phase 9. It really is chaotic for the players.
Cara, a FaZe Clan, a EG, a BBL, eles estão jogando, tipo, ó, a FaZe Clan, eles estão na montanha, a BBL também. Eles estão jogando de partes interessantes, tá ligado? Porque, assim, dentro de Impala vai virar um caos aí. Literalmente vai virar, cara, vai ficar muito caótico lá dentro, cara. Vai ficar muito caótico. E, tipo... Eles estão jogando de fora da City, então, assim, eles vão trabalhar as bordas da safe até ter que entrar onde a safe jogar eles, tá ligado? Então, cara, olha só quanto time que tá dentro de Impala, cara. Tem 57 vivos, velho. 57 vivos, ó. E, tipo, os times, ó, estão fazendo de tudo pra não chegar lá, velho. Olha só safe. Mano, devia muito puxar pra ilha, velho. Devia literalmente muito puxar pra ilha. Eu queria ver só o que ia acontecer, cara. Caramba, velho.
And it's going to be, as you said, absolutely hell for people trying to leave Impala. Because not only is it a bad city to be in, but it's a terrible city to try and leave south because you're rotating out of the city downhill in an open field. So
here's the thing.
it's going to be a shooting gallery for Liquid if they opt to group up now.
But Liquid have to go now, right? Because it's only Vard and Clib down there. So if it's going to hard shit south towards them, Jeems has to get out ASAP. The longer he waits, the worse it is.
You would have to think that they fortify this other position, but as we look at them on the map, I mean, they haven't yet. BBL now, in the meantime, they're going full speed down here. Northern Lights going full-on wraparound. Lewis all the way up towards the northwest. He's now going down to regroup with the rest of his teammates. They're kind of trying to maintain a full-on highway opportunity on the west side of the map, which worked to perfection because they now have full control of the south. In the meantime, Football is wraps in here as well. So the south is very open, but that's mainly because A, there ain't a whole lot to take, and B, half the teams are still inside Impala.
This is really cool, though. I love the way Northern Lights are playing this. It's been a quiet start to the game for them, Toby, but if you think about it, they're now the only team south of Team Liquid.
Oh, yeah.
They're not about to get backstabbed. They've watched footballers come in as well. And if we know it's going to be a hard shift south, they've still got a few minutes to decide where they want to go next. They're not being pressured right
I
now.
mean, this is picture perfect Navi. Oh, Navi, sorry, Northern Lights.
Tá de Mozin, velho. Mozin não, cara. Essa é a cara.
You need to claim something center early on. You sit yourself up in the edge. Look at
Mais
this.
de cara ali.
You sit yourself up on the edge. You allow for all the other teams to go through, while of course making sure to count them up as they make their way on in, so you know exactly what you're up against. And then you play with the back against the blue, saying, great, now you only have to look inward. We don't have to worry about backsteps or anything. We will be the backstep. That way, you give yourself the optimal, like the ultimate amount of options in regard to third parties. You get to pick and choose the fights you want to take, and that's just Northern Lights PUBG. Now looking at face, full speed forward they go, trying to wrap underneath. BPL does Stendalos know that there's a full-on team in red coming his direction.
He's going to know in about 5 seconds, that's for sure. Couple of gunshots.
Gustav wraps up.
They start shooting before they see Fenderlost.
Oh, Tenderlost, caralho, mano.
That is huge.
Absolutely massive. Gustav did not trap all the way around, and sometimes when you flank, you get outflanked, and Tenderlost did exactly what he had to there. Unfortunately for him, he still managed to do damage in return, but Tenderlost again!
Caralho,
To
mano.
find a knock, down to just 1 HP, but able to claim the points by the seconds, and all of a sudden Diggory,
Nossa, velho.
player left on the other side to try and kind of
Esse jogo é demais.
overview position, is forced to try and see if he can make a play here.
All you need is 1 HP.
Esse jogou demais. Ele teve uma sorte do caramba ali, velho.
Absolutely smashing it right now. Diggory goes down as well.
Literalmente.
And eliminated by BBL Esports in 16th place. Next circle has popped, and it includes some unplayable terrain and isn't a southern shift.
Sometimes the flanker gets flanked, and that's exactly what I had. Gustav continued around the path there. They would have seen him. They would have a 2v1, him and 8C against Thendelost, and that could have very well or very easily been Thendelost's position completely compromised. But opted to look inward just a slip of a second too early, and Thendelost comes out victorious.
That is excellent news.
A mid do cara é uma metralhadora, velho. Caralho.
It's still rough for BBL because the circle is shifting away from water. We know that. It's phase 4. The teams are going to expect it. So I still don't know what position they're going to take, but that was a critical number of points for them. And especially after managing to grab such a good result today so far, this will cement their status, I think, as one of the contenders going into tomorrow.
They're crashing straight into skate here. There's no other play. The issue is Smash is
Nossa.
but it's, I don't want to say incredibly horribly, but really not very well timed. Smash is nowhere near them. Now he's going to be up here, but they've already lost one. EB trying to stay alive. Unfortunately, he's got the up-front player on his own, but fortunately, the utility's there. Unfortunately, Pixel a bit too eager with utility. The first one knocks EB, the second one flushes him. Not the way you want to do things. EB tried to stay alive.
Mandou todo mundo pusar, velho.
A few missed nades there from Pixel takes him down.
I'm really sad because I think we've done a good job of avoiding talking about this on cast.
Meu Deus.
My fantasy team, and I'm just sad right now.
Meu.
I thought you were going to say that you were sad because EB got killed by his teammate, but now
Well, true. Well, he did so well, and then they instantly went into skate, and now they're out of the game. And I'm like, no, you started off so well.
Unfortunate.
Caramba, velho.
A little bit over enthusiastic with the nades there, sadly. But skate do pick up some points, and they are able to continue. So hopefully that's a good launch pad for them.
See now, Rek, they've been able to kind of avoid confrontation for the most part so far. They did fire a few shots down towards Howl earlier. Now, I mean, this fight had to happen at some point, and here we go.
No, que bela nade.
Over, that hits the tree, bounces down, takes out Tuster. First one to fall, unfortunately, Gemty from afar, able to do damage to Mer as well. So it's a 3v3 as the push comes up and over. Goes for the flush, and one shot's now fired again from the side. So much damage coming into this from Skate.
This is really difficult. Three-way fight, essentially, here. Skate properly a part of this engagement as well, shooting anything that moves. Football is getting involved as well, and Regnum Kaya, they're just, unfortunately, in the wrong place at the wrong time. Everybody shooting. And sadly, that's
mano.
Because you have...
Essa safe aqui, ó, essa safe nessa região aqui me lembra muito daquele game que eu mandei a braba no final, velho. Era um game da PCS Américas, se eu não me engano. E eu falei tudo o que ia acontecer na partida e aconteceu na final. Eu lembro, tá lá no YouTube isso, só que tem que abrir o vídeo. Meu Deus! Que pinadeira, velho. Aí, tipo... Mano, eu falei tudo o que ia acontecer, literalmente na partida e aconteceu, velho. Os caras foram comendo lá pela direita da safe e foi matando todo mundo, velho. E ganharam a partida. Os caras jogaram demais, velho. Aquela play foi massa, velho.
Down, He-Man doing very, very well there. And Pixelic, he's got the reload optional, the M249, but nothing to aim it at.
Yep, Ents in the meantime trying to find some way to get inside this next circle. They already have 2 in, but as you can see here, Nuki and Squeaky not exactly in prime territory. And there you go, Melman headshot through the rear window of the car, takes down Squeaky, Ents down to 2.
Well, the chaos we were predicting earlier on is certainly coming true now. Down to 39 players left alive and 13 teams at the 21-minute mark. And to be perfectly honest, I'm surprised there are still this many here. Impala still very much... I mean, house prices there are soaring, let's put it that way. Half of Impala is still in the next circle, which is why not everyone's moved just yet. Ents finds Thunder. Hibako, absolutely nowhere to go.
Yeah, nope, not really trying to back on off. Thunder now, I mean, they probably realized earlier, but are incredibly split. They had the field to play around for a while, but now this split might come to cost them. Can't really go up and help out Hibako with Ents players just on the other side. Hirusen needs to do so much damage to allow for his teammates to get on over, but no. Takes two able to find the flush.
Now, I mean, playing in the fields is rough at the best of times. You're using so much of your utility, so much of your smoke super early on. The Mad looking for an extra kill onto He-Man, won't get it. Ixtalik finally coming good with the M249, pushes through, grabs the point for Skade, and evades the gaze of Sakura's ensign.
I guess that's the least He-Man could do, is allow Pixel to get those 2 kills now that he did take out 2 of his teammates. That's kind of, you get some, you win some, you lose some, right? That Molly is gonna be close. Is it gonna spread to Pixel?
I thought that was good.
I thought so too. Third Molly now that He-Man has tossed just a little bit of an inch off. It does isolate him though, so Pixel is gonna be tanking blue for a while. He-Man though, I mean, he's not inside the circle himself yet either, so wanting to continue his way on in. I like the way that he's approaching this. Goes in, stays alive. Him or
Pois é.
took out.
Coitada da Norte Light, tá caindo pra todo mundo, velho.
And now we're getting to the business end of the game. Northern Lights by these hay bales. Now, that fence they've got there does block bullets, so it's not too bad. There are a couple of small holes that people can shoot through, so they do have to be mindful. And they're more or less smacked.
Nossa, velho.
So many teams in Impala can still stay safe.
James thought he was the goat on the top, but here comes Footballer saying, we are the kings of the hill, and all of a sudden, the player that was granting the position that Liquid were in, the only reason Liquid could play this split in the open was because they had the UAV on the high ground being James, but as soon as he goes down, Mexi's position is completely compromised, and what was before
Caramba, tio.
plenty of space to maneuver is now 2 players of Liquid with pretty much nowhere to go, and they're outside the next circle.
So the tiny bit of Impala that's still in circle, there are 6 teams there at the moment. Na'Vi has to move, Sakura's ensign has to move, Ents have to move. Everyone on the south side, relatively chill. Wait and see how these guys choose to move in. The answer is they're going to fight each other so that there's more room for the rest. Beautiful knocks there on Alia and example from Ents. It's 1 more from Na'Vi. Let's see what Quizzy can do.
Tixu absolutely popping off here, finding 2 solo player left alive. Nate from Salik is going to find the final one, so 2 kills confirmed for Tixu, racking them up for Ents in a game that looked difficult as they tried to get further on in Odin with the hip fire. Gets the flush onto Clip. As Footballers as well, 5 kills for the gang. They have had a tough time in the tournament so far. Bart will fall as well, 10th place for Liquid. I can't believe these teams have gone through everything we've seen so far, and we still have yet to make placement points.
It's been brutal. 7 through 6, 2nd through 6th place overall, all out now. Entropic's still in the game. They're just kind of chilling out on the east side. We're watching Footballers coming in via VOD. They're in a half-decent position and they have a little bit of cover, but to get to any circle later on, it's going to be horrendous for them. And now we're back in the fight on Impala as more and more of the city disappears into the blue, Toby. There are more teams here fighting for an increasingly small amount of space.
City fights are going to have to happen eventually. Who will come out of here alive, though, if anyone, really, is the big question. He-Man peeks on up. Spots corrected, but not in time. In the meantime, Beamy finds the double. Tag and Salty both fall down, and He-Man now left alone.
And, oh, Heroic almost going round the wall.
Hey, Allah.
But Corexi instead, the jumping shotgun to the face. That classic move in PUBG. Shotgun, not a bad idea at the moment, considering how many teams are still in Impala.
The Kangaroo Psyker with the full effects.
Yes.
As they take down one team, but still a few to be dealt with, trying to make their way on forward. In the meantime, here Tixu once again, going from one fight straight into another. He knows he needs to wrap further forward in order to get inside the circle, and now the next team he's going to have to deal with is going to be Thunder. Double, up close, Mika, back on the side. A little further.
Northlight tá muito bem na safe.
Back up double, should he get in trouble. Good thing is, for both Thunder, and I suppose Ents as well, to some extent, is there no other teams right now able to make that transition towards the rest, because everyone is kind of containing one another inside the city.
And now it's all about what's going to happen outside of the city. We can see Tixu rotating around. He needs to get a knock realistically with this first nade, because it's effectively a 1v3 situation. He misses, and now they know someone's nearby. Double's got a pretty good idea, and Hiruzen might actually throw something in response. Yes, they know where he is. Time's running out for Ents.
Just worried, like, how is Mika gonna become a factor in this fight? He's sitting far down on the southern side, trying to kind of do the
no goal.
But the issue is here, I was just gonna say, if Tixu finds an ankle on one, that could very well spell disaster for all of Thunder. Wants to go for the molly, wants to confirm it, doesn't know exactly where to throw it, has very little to no info inside here. Tixu looking for more. Knows that there's a flush to be found on the other side, but again, Mika not really in a position to be
E a 12 comendo.
I'm wondering if Mika is... Nope, he is moving. Okay, I was just wondering for a second if we had DC.
Cadê do sono já?
He is standing back there trying...
Vai lá, mano. Obrigado aí, velho. Obrigado aí pela presença. Mantenha um ótimo, excelente descanso. E o Tixu foi de base. Terminando aqui, eu vou ter que configurar os negócios. Vou descansar também, mano. Tô moidaço, velho. Amanhã tem mais campeonato pra, tipo, assistir, tá ligado? E GG, velho. Amanhã tem a segunda parte da Ásia. Domingo também, tá ligado? E nossa... Mas domingo eu não sei se eu vou fazer live, talvez eu faça, vamos ver. Mas, velho, obrigado aí pela presença até agora, mano. Valeu mesmo aí de coração, velho. Mano, quem será que vai ganhar essa partida, velho? Eu tô pensando nisso até agora, cara. Tem 7 times vivos, 17 bonecos dentro, velho, dessa safe, cara.
Run forward circles closing on in there, all just exactly inside now. Salik, this might have been time. Yes, exactly, just exactly. Spots and Page goes down as well.
Nossa, velho.
But not gonna happen. Salik though does manage to find just one more point before going down. That volley is gonna spread on the other side on the auto camera, but not enough. And T-Bone. Not only does he stay alive, but
valeu, mano. Tamo junto.
Alive with Charlie, so you see it there. Nade in hand, lopped on forward, goes underneath the vehicle. And
Arrancou o capa do cara, velho.
No damage done.
They made those cars different. That one though, oh man.
Second nade goes through. Look at the space that he had to throw that one through between the auto camera and the wall. Very well
playing
done.
snooker.
Second time around. Yep. Good angle. All the geometry working out there the way that he wanted it to. Makes it work.
And now, footballist, smack bang in the middle of phase A. Didn't think we'd be saying that, did you?
Nope.
Not that much cover, but they might be able to make it work here. Northern Lights have got the northern side, and they might have the trickiest job because Team Rage and Entropic both have to get into circle, and I feel like Northern Lights could have angles on both.
Man.
Hurry to move, but unfortunately circle is closing on in, so he will have to go at some point. But they want for Team Rage to make the first move, and even more importantly, they want them to make the first move and go over in the direction of NLT. They want to be the team, the third party leaving the city here, and it looks like that's what's going to happen.
Team Rage moving into Northern Lights, smoking their windows so that they can't actually deal with the incoming threat. Thunder They're going to potentially struggle. Great knocks there by Evas. Lovely first 2 shots from the Silence SLR there. They go into footballers at the same time. Team Rage encroach onto NLT.
Trell is low on HP. You cannot prone down there, but the circle is closing on Espero. 4 nades. Takes the first one, bounces out, hits the door frame, or the window frame. Not sure if that was intentional, but it works out in his favor. Now Schofield from inside spots 1, does damage, but not enough. Has to make the move on forward. Metralis with the nade inside. Runs around, gets 1, but will go down on return. NLT stays alive, but Tulin's still up.
Nossa.
Tulin's there. Last surviving.
3x1, x2, x...
Phase 9 now coming in. He needs to find a way to get a knock onto Entropic.
Opa!
Only got seconds. Beautiful nade onto Evas. Follow up.
No, que velho, não acredito, cara.
Helping out there.
Working together to take out Entropic, and now the issue for Patulans is how the hell do we cross this street? No more smokes to work with, so do you go 3, 2, 1, and then Mika run for it? Nah, Mika finds you. I suppose that was only fair, that they get the kills with nades, and then he gets taken out with nades too, and here comes Thunder over the top.
Acabou.
There you go.
4 kills.
4 kills,
4 kills, velho.